What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists, and welcome to On the Bench with Pete, the series, the hobby series that you put on in the background whilst you're doing your hobby, whether it's painting, building, gluing, whatever it may be, just doing a load of recessed washes, just doing a load of highlights, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. This is your chance to put on a video in the background to help pass the time, and the job will get done quicker, hopefully. Listen to some weird lunatic, namely myself, rant on about a load of complete gibberish. If that's what you're looking for, then you've come to the right place, my friends. But let me say right now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out, and it's a cost-free way of supporting me. But just by giving the video a thumbs up, that way, YouTube algorithms will suggest the video to more people, and hopefully I can get more views. Win-win. If you equally so, if you dislike it, give it a thumbs down. That's fine too. It gives it interaction, and that's what it's all about. Of course, if you really want to help support me, then check out my Patreon campaign. The link's on the home screen below, on the small screen before you enlarge it. Just click on Patreon, look at all the different tiers, what you get. It's exclusive videos, essentially. Different tiers will unlock, give you access to different types of video. Anyway, enough of all that. I've got a coffee here. Make sure you've got tea, coffee, whatever refreshment you need. Get your glues, brushes, paints, models, whatever else you need. And let's get to the bench and do some awesome hobby. Okay, so here they are. Putting my glasses on. There's not an awful lot to do with these other than the basing. Obviously there's more highlights that need applying, but I'm wondering whether I should hold off. And of course I've got to do like the writing on the purity seals and so on and so forth. But essentially they're done. I'll have to do the highlights on the golds as well. Yeah, so it's just highlighting. But what I want to do is I want to get my entire Domitus box set to the same standard. He was just a test piece, and he was airbrushed, so he's going to look a bit different to the others. Yeah, so that's that. Torgaradon here, he needs more work, of course. He needs the writing put on his purity seal. He needs highlights on his power fist. I don't know. Power cable, whatever it is that connects it. I've got to do more to the cables on the back of Torgaradon's gun. I've got to do highlights and more to his cloak. Got to do his skin, his hair. I've got loads to do on Torgaradon. So, yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop my Imperial Fists to one side. This means, by the way, we're nearing the time for the Imperial Knights, doesn't it? And that's good. That's good. However, I've got other plans as well. Yeah, so he is coming, but just at a slow rate of knots, basically. Right, got to do a bit of gold on his gun. What am I going to use for that? Glorious gold. Glorious gold, glorious gold. You didn't come here to see me or hear me sing, so let's get that out of the way. So, right, what's going on with me? Well, it's interview time again, coming up for another job. Yes, I know. I know all the things I said. Oh, I'm not going for that job again, in that place. Of course, I have, because I got plans, you see. And when you get a knockback with a job, it's hard to recover. So that's not the right word. It's hard to get over it when you get a knockback. You pick yourself back up and right, I'm going to do it again. You need a bit of time, because interviews of this level and caliber and these different stages you go through, they are draining. I don't care what anybody says. Well, they are for me anyway. They are draining. They drain my energy. I feel exhausted after these interviews where you've got multiple people, multiple interviews, tests, all that kind of thing. You know, you even have psychic evaluations, and you got to do security background checks and all this other stuff. And I'm like, yeah. And one of the main interviews, it really takes it out of you, and there's like a panel of 2 or 3 people, and they're just going on about stuff, asking you those scenario based questions, which they like you to answer in the star format, which I'm au fait with. Do you know, I was doing the star format 25 years ago and stuff. Yeah. Just takes it out of you. Right, let's get for a blue. Let's go for a blue here. This one will be good. Adolfgar blue, yeah. Why not? I did far too much gold on that last one. Far too much gold. But there you go. What do you do? And this will be far too much blue. Far too much gold. That's what I meant to say. I think this will be alright. It's nicely thinned. So we'll be good. We'll be good to go. I've got so much I want to do. I'm starting to have a little bit of an idea as to who my main antagonists can be for my Imperial Fists. I'm starting to think that it should be Chaos. And, well, the reason for that is I'm going to be doing an Imperial Knight, so that is essentially, just adjust the camera slightly, that is essentially quite a good ally for these guys if I'm using that. But it also gave me an idea, what about Chaos Knights? Expensive, but if I could pull it off, what an awesome antagonist that would make a Chaos Knight army. Of course, I'd like to get Abaddon as well on board and get some Black Legion going. I painted some Chaos Space Marines in the form of the Chosen all way back when I was not long into the hobby, and I dread to think of what state they're in if I look at them now. I mean, I've never enjoyed painting black. That's why I never got my Deathwatch finished very quickly. But I think, and I was never a fan of painting black with like the Raven Guard and whatnot. But it does look good when you've finished the entire model. But when you're painting it, it's awful. Because a lot of the time back then, I was only priming in black anyway, and but even when if you're priming it in like light grey or something, the time you put your armor coat on of black, it looks like it's just primer again. To me, that's what it looks like. And it doesn't look like you're doing very much at all. That's just my take on it. But, yeah. So, right. That's that. Tor Garadon, he just looks so flippin' awesome. He looks amazing. He really does. Oops, that's actually his box that's fallen down. The box he came in. Empty box. Well, it's got his stats in it, but I've got those in the codex anyway, which is good. Yeah. I really do need to work out where I'm going next on him. I think Rhinox hide is the way to go. Let's put Dryad bark back. Let's put Warplock bronze back. Adolf Guard blue, let's pop that back. Corvus black, why have I got that out? That's my problem, you see. I get paints out and I don't put them away like I should, and I really should. Let's have a sip of coffee a moment. Now I was watching, now I've watched one video, I'm getting recommended for loads of them, but a lot of these videos where they're building their hobby space, people, with benches and storage facilities and goodness knows what else. And as you guys know, I like to keep my paints by colour, not by make or whatever. It might not look pretty, and they're just sort of shoved in drawers, but I can put my hands on any colour at any time. If it's a red I'm looking for, if I've got it, it's going to be in with the reds and oranges. You know, if it's a brown that I'm looking for, so I've just dropped my paint, then it's in with my browns, you know, and so on and so forth. And that's how I like to do it. But of course I appreciate everybody's got their own, you know, way of doing things. I'm probably not going to use ice yellow. It's terribly much. Yeah, so started watching an amazing series last night. I've seen 2 episodes so far. It's amazing. Reacher. Oh my goodness. What a series. Now, we're not talking Tom Cruise as Jack Reacher. We're talking Alan Richman, is he called? Rich something? Alan something or other. He's amazing at it. You know, he's built like Jack Reacher. He is a monster. He's absolutely brilliant. Definitely how I would expect him to be portrayed. Because in the books he's like 6'5", whatever. And I don't think Alan Richman's 6'5", but he's well over 6 foot. So he's got the physical presence to pull it off. Whereas Tom Cruise, yeah, his acting was okay in it, But he just couldn't pull that off. There's no way. There's no way. No way on this earth he could have done that. Not doing such a great job of that. So let's get this writing on here. That's better. That's when I like it. I remember when my wife was watching the trailer for it. All I could hear is, "Oh, I was working," but I just had to go, "Oh, that's more like it." Because she wanted to like the Tom Cruise, Jack Reacher, but she's such a fan of the books. She's got them all, and she's just finding it very hard to accept him as Jack Reacher. Which is, understandable. Jack Reacher is a big guy. And he's portrayed so well. And, the mannerisms. And I haven't actually read any, but I've heard my wife talk about the book so much, she'll sort of pause and tell me about a scene or whatever. Yeah, I can see why she likes Jack Reacher. So what I'm doing is I'm just keeping this to one side. Ones that I think might need other touch-up stuff doing on them. Essentially, I want them all to be at the same point. See, although they're not finished, I would be considering basing them at this stage, just to make them look better. Determined to get my Imperial Fists to a more complete standard, though, to what I normally do when I do a showcase. There we are. Let's get some Magrex Earthshade. Need a bit of a recess wash up and under here. Yeah. So that's my question. No, the thing that I'm thinking now is, because I want to do a tutorial on how I paint my Imperial Fists as well. And to be frank, I don't want to lose where I'm at with them. So although I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll be building my Imperial Knight this side of my birthday. He used to say I won't be. I don't know. So yeah, I've got a lot of wash drying. I need to find another colour for. He's got another cable to do here. But what colour do we do that? Bright brown, I think, would be quite good. A bright brown. Because Mornfang brown, maybe. Mornfang brown. Which is a good brown. Has to be said, it's a good brown. Touch of water. And there we go. Right, okay. Yeah, so I've got this interview coming up next week. It's actually... So today is Sunday. It is actually Sunday today. My interview is on next Friday. So Friday of next week. And it was originally going to be Thursday, but they phoned me up, or the HR department of the company phoned me up and said, "Oh, can we change it to Friday because one of the hiring managers, they can't make that particular day for the interview, or they've got something else. I guess they've got something else booked in their diaries or whatever." And that's okay because Thursday and Friday are both my days off next week, so. And I'm working next weekend instead. This is what I don't like about my current role, the randomness of the working pattern. I never know where I am. Job itself is easy enough. It's just not very nice sometimes, the content you got to deal with. And although I don't want to talk about that here, sometimes it's good to get things off your chest. I don't mean specific details, but just, even just to say that, things are bothering you. And it has bothered me before. I'm not denying it. It has bothered me. You get to see and read about a lot of injustice in the world, in your country, and it's just not, it's not good. I don't relish it. So I'd much rather be talking about boats and ships and the naval projects and things, so that would be better. Much, much better. Okay, Tor Garadon. He does need a highlight on his purity seal. I'm using Evil Sunz Scarlet airbrush. Evil Sunz Scarlet. Oh no, I can hear rain. Oh no. That means I'm trapped in Mini Warzone with nothing to do but hobby. Yay! Where are we at? 25 minutes. This is whenever I say that in my videos, that does mean recorded time, so it probably won't tally up with what you've got on your screens. Right, finish my coffee off. So, big question. Whilst I'm thinking about my big question to myself, let's do some work on this monk guy. Where's my plastic putty gone? Glaze medium, satin varnish. See, these are all laid out, but I can never find what I'm after. There we go, plastic putty. So I need to take him off of the base there. Get this blue tack off. And plastic putty. I prefer plastic putty over liquid green stuff. But that said, liquid green stuff is quite effective with as a more malleable green stuff. See, green stuff is the stuff you mix together. Liquid green stuff is obviously a thinner version of that. So, but sometimes the green stuff, it gets quite hard to work with. let's put some of this plastic putty on the palette, and then I can lob it down. Because what I want to do for this guy, you see, is flock his base. So yeah, you know, I need it flat. Yeah, so this job I'm going for is my wife's old job. It is literally my wife's old job. Not like my wife's old job, it is her actual old job. So that would be pretty funny if I could get that, wouldn't it? That would be pretty funny. It's a significant pay increase if I can secure it. And then I've got plans, because I'd be on a decent wage finally. I've got plans, and I want to put them out there. And my plans are to help my daughter get her own place, because she is struggling being on apprenticeship wages, which is like, you know, less than minimum wage because of her age. That's just the way it works. Right. When you're an apprentice or learning, you know, the minimum wage thing doesn't seem to apply, which is, you know, crud really. But there you go. She desperately wants to move out of you know, with living with us, which is understandable. You know, she wants her independence, and I want to help her as much as I can. So I said, look, if it's possible, I will try anyway. I'll do my best. See if I can get a mortgage, buy a small flat that she can live in, and she can just pay the mortgage, you know, pay me back each month for the mortgage. So how about that? And, you know, she thinks that's a great idea. And yeah, because otherwise you've got to deal with landlords and all that, and you know, you don't know who you're dealing with, do you? And so it's not like I'll be buying an extra property for her. It's hers. I'm just getting a better deal on her behalf. So that would be very beneficial for her. Anyway, it all hinges on my getting this job, or a job of equal standing. And even then, there's going to be barriers. So, you know, but fun fact for you today, and this will dictate the name of the video. Guess what I randomly bought today? You'd never guess. I went in to get myself a cup of coffee. Ages ago. I was just out of the blue, randomly went on eBay on my phone and bought something. 3 guesses. Right, what's your first guess? Wrong. What's your second guess? Wrong. Okay, you got one more guess. What did Pete buy? It's not hobby related. There you go. It's a big, huge help. Nah. Alright, I'll tell you. I bought a fish slice. How random is that? So I'm going to call this the fish slice episode. Yeah. Why not? I'm popping my heater on again. Pete's lost it, hasn't he? He's finally lost it. He's just gone. He's totally lost it, man. He's flipped. Right, so can I do highlights on Tor Garradon? I don't know. Airbrush paint is quite thin. The Mephiston Red, Mephiston Red, Evil Sun Scarlet airbrush paint. It is quite thin, so it's not going to need any thinning down. It's an edge highlight too, so you know what the heck. I don't know if I can pull this off. I do need to put some on my palette though, to control. Not thinning it down, but it needs to be controlled. So here goes nothing. gonna watch some more Reacher tonight because it is absolutely amazing. Well written too. I like series that are well written. I prefer series over movies, depending on the movie, of course. But I mean, like with this, I'm glad they're doing it as a series as opposed to another movie. Yeah, it is a bit thin, this paint, but that's okay. Not going to be having 2 coats of this, I can tell you that. I hope they do a few more series of this stuff as well. The Reacher, because it's just great. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. From what my wife tells me, it does look... The portrayal of the character is much more as it is in the books. It's books. Right. I think we're having a roast dinner today, which would be nice because it means I don't have to rush it. Whereas, you know, sometimes we have them when I'm on the lates, working lates. I've done the late weekends for a little while now. But when I'm on the lates, oh man, I've got to rush eating, and I hate that. Especially when it's a roast dinner. Well, I'm not going to rush it, but I mean, I get half an hour for my lunch, and I personally feel it's not long enough for me to eat a roast dinner. You know, with my family talking, and you know, it just still feels rushed. That's just my take on it. That's just my take on it, but there you go. Yeah, so if I could get this job, so many things would improve in our lives. You know, our lives would be far less. The struggle would be over, basically. Our struggling would be over because it's a home-based role. I know the one I'm at now is, but it's not meant to be. And you know, they're going to be getting people back in the office as soon as, which, you know, is fair enough. But if I can get a permanent home-based role, which this job I'm going for is, we're going down to one family car, because that's just an expense I don't need. You know, quite frankly, don't need it. So we're going down to one car, and you know, life will be good. You know, hopefully the timing will work. Because we took the contract out, you know, years ago, and when that is up, we can just say, nah, it's alright. Buy the car back off us and get rid of the finance. I mean, I did need it, especially when I started the G7. You know, and when I worked at Asda, I needed a car to get me to and from work. But if I'm working from home, that's fine. I don't need a car. If if I ever do need to go in like on site, if I was there, it would only be like a one-off now and again. You know, I could just use my wife's car for that, because she's all security cleared as well, and her car is, and blah blah blah. You know, got all the passes for the whatever car parks are around. Yeah, I just think it's going to be good. Life will be different and incredible, and you know, I'm thankful. I'm so thankful I decided to take the chance to do this type of role, because it was a big chance going from permanent contract to a temporary contract. But in order to better myself, and it has, it's given me experience of this type of job. It's done that, you know. It's, forgive me that. Barry, need a lot of concentration here. Right, so that's essentially that. Put a glazed medium over his cloak, I think. Before that, though, I need to do that Death Claw Brown again. Not Death Claw Brown. What am I talking about? Mornfang Brown. Where are you? Mornfang? Where are you? Let's try and put a bit. Oh, that's a new Mornfang Brown. I had an old one just now. Where? Oh, where is that? Or shall I go Scrag Brown? Yeah, let's go Scrag Brown. Not just because I've got it. I've just found my other Mornfang Brown. Yeah, I'm going to go Scrag Brown. Or shall I go Mornfang Brown? Oh, stuff it, I'm going Mornfang Brown. Don't say a word. Pete's allowed to change his mind. Just a tad of water. This brush isn't long for the grave either. This one, it's Daler and Rowney brush. Right, so we're just getting highlights done here. That's what we're doing. Highlights. What I like about the Reacher series, I know I've only watched 2 episodes. I mean, don't seem like you need to have read the books to enjoy it. It's just enjoyable in its own right. So he's basically, he's ex-army police, basically. He has a very low tolerance for injustice. So that's good. He's looking great. Still got to work on his skin, and that's fine. Do that. But looking great. He's looking grimy. Battle worn. I need to know what colour his right arm shoulder guard is. Not the guard, the the trim, and of course it is red. So Mephiston red for the win. There we are. There we go. Yeah, so I've got this. So I've ordered a fish slice. How exciting is that? I know, right? It's got some scattered terrain. Well, I've got some terrain for role playing that's falling all over the place there. Anyway, yes. So I've ordered a fish slice. That's going to be arriving sometime. And how exciting is that, huh? No, my exciting life knows no bounds, does it? Fish slice. I forgot to tell my wife that she came home when she's been to see her mum this morning. Still, that'll be a surprise when it arrives, won't it? Like no other. She'll be like, oh, a new fish slice. Why didn't you tell me? Just. I'm going to need to do some tidying up there. Damn it. Ugh. Avalon Sunset. Makeup brush. So you want a player. Ha! Well, don't know why I'm saying huh, because the bit on top of his well, they need doing anyway. I'm thinking lead belcher or gun metal. Oh, I could do iron hand steel. These are clips on his gun. The hoses, the wires that go into the back of his gun, shoulder gun. It's got like a aerial antenna there, which keeps doing that. Well, this is. Oh, wow, this is. Skin, not about skin. So we've done Cadian flesh tone. Done Bungles Glow, Cadian flesh tone. Which is essentially Midland flesh. Got Rin flesh, which could cover for it at a pinch. Kislev. We'll go Kislev flesh. Because give it a bit of a shake. So yeah, so at some point I'm going to be doing Lysander and Pedro Cantor. How cool is that going to be? Pedro Cantor. That's going to be awesome. Now, I want to start my Imperial Fist tutorial soon because that's just so cool. Right. That's going to be a Patreon tutorial. Kiss the flesh. Ooh. Yeah, it's looking good, yes. Tor Garadon, he's coming on. He's coming along. Tor Garadon, he's coming along. Yeah. Now. I would like to do a couple of parts on his Power Fist thing he's got going on here as well. And also, what was the other thing that needed Lead Belcher? Oh yeah, the clips. So, let's get some Lead Belcher out. Let's pop some of these greys away here. Rust Grey and Dawnstone. I'm looking for Lead Belcher. And I found it. I found it, right. Get some out onto my palette. So what you guys working on? Something that you can talk to me about. Tell me, what are you working on? Take my mind off my upcoming interview. I've been preparing for it. Mrs. Mini Warzone's helping me with that because it's her old job, so she knows, guessing some of the questions or the angle of some of the questions they're likely to ask me from a technical standpoint, and that's very helpful. I mean, with the amount of preparation I'm doing, combined with how awesome my wife was in the job, they should be thinking, well, if he's anything as good, if he's half as good as her, we'll be in good company. So yeah, I mean, she had quite good relations with the department there, so I'm just I'm not asking for any sort of nepotism. Don't tell me it doesn't go on, but I wouldn't want that, because otherwise it feels like you really got the job off your own back, and that just makes you feel rubbish. I don't know how these people that do get jobs through nepotism sleep at night, really, especially when they can't do the job, and they give them the job over someone that can do the job, and it's like, really? Right, what was the other thing? What was the other thing I was going to... Lead Belcher. I can't blooming remember. Oh yeah, his Power Fist. Right, so going to do his Power Fist. Yeah. Can I get a hello here? Right there. Let's pop that here. Let's be nice and careful. I'm still thinking about Wrath and Glory as well, the role-playing game. Still trying to find out about that, whether it was any good. That would be pretty awesome to try and get some role-playing done. All the role-play stuff, like, that I get, the books and things, and I do these little videos on them and things like that, and all the tools for role-play. They're all really for my... they're all part of my retirement shelf, you know, a bit like unpainted models I get. I mean, I am hopefully going to be doing more role-playing soon. Because, boy, do I miss it. But, yeah. Right. His eye piece here. Just like a, I don't know, some kind of tracking device, targeting the enemy. Is that what it's doing? I don't know. I really don't, but it looks pretty weird and awesome at the same time. Anything else? Is there going to be anything else? Silver or lead belcher? Yeah, it's looking okay so far. I think. Let's try and break this up in here a bit. Where sometimes when you have golds or brass, we put them a bit of silver in it as well, mix it up a bit. It looks good. Yeah. So role playing. You know, it's like I'm getting the stuff together. I'm getting it ready. Like my retirement shelf is stuff that I say ideally, you know, one day when the sun is shining, I will retire and I'll have a load of unpainted models to just lavish myself with and just get painting them and having a look at boxed games and whatever else, and it's going to be really, really awesome. I need to work on some of the white. Didn't mean to mix that up quite so much, but there you go, I've done it now. So still really just trying to tidy this shoulder pad up. Not easy at all. goodness, not easy. Waiting for some Amazon parcels today. I'm not, but everybody else in the house is. So they'll probably be kept busy for Amazon knocking at the door. Well, they probably will arrive at once with one delivery, though, I should think. You've got 4 items waiting. Anyway, there. Alright, so Tor Garadon. So we've done quite a bit of work on him. I did a wash on this guy a while ago. He should be okay. Right. Okay, Tor Garadon. Looking good, sir. Looking good. I do think. Oops. Have I got glaze? Soulstone blue. That's meant for metallics, really. But I just need to, on his targeting device, on it, if that's what it is, on his shoulder. Need to darken that up a bit. Rain is ever present at the moment, so runs like a bugger. That ain't good. I think I've done quite a bit of work on Tor Garadon there today. Gone over an hour, so, and it'll be a lot less than an hour, I know, by the time I finish editing. But this means On the Bench with Pete for this week has been brought to a close. So we're gonna zoom out, and then I'm gonna move the camera up. So let's zoom out, move the camera up. Yeah, so I bought myself a fish slice today, a new fish slice then, because obviously we've got one. Yeah, so this is literally the fish slice episode. Let me know if you want me to show that one off in a video. I'm sure you don't. But yeah, maybe behind the scenes, special edition, the fish slice. Yeah, so yeah, for the fish, why I did that? We need a new one. Why I did that then? I have no clue as to what prompted me to do it. I just phone on, boom, ordered it, done. Made my coffee, came out, and away I go. I've no idea what's going on up here, you know. But there you go. Right, so it's nearly time. I'm going to be doing I'm going to put another wash or two on Tor Garadon before I do another little showcase of what I got going on with these guys. And yeah, then we're good to go. But you know, like I said at the start, thumbs up if you like this video, thumbs down if you dislike it. That's fine too. I hope you managed to get some stuff done. I hope you got stuff done. I hope it helped you in some way. I know this type of video helps me immensely. And let me know what you're working on. I love reading about what people are working on. No matter how many times you watch these. It could be your 10th time watching it. Yeah, I'm hopeful, aren't I? But it could be. I think what you're working on this time, it doesn't matter. You know, I just like to read what you are working on. See you on the next one, guys. Remember, all brushes lead to war. Bye for now.